what's up everybody? It's Casey the Rockstarflipper. Today is October the 5th. It is Wednesday, 2016 of course. It was a great day sourcing. I can't wait to show you guys some of what I purchased. I have another video in store for you guys tonight. You read the title. It is 20 outstanding places to source merchandise. I'm not only going to tell you where to source it, I'm going to tell you what you should look for at those places and how to go about buying from those places. Hopefully it covers everybody that's, buying out there, and you have an opportunity to buy from at least some of these places, if not all of them. With that said, before I dive into this video, I want to address something that came to my attention 5 minutes before I started this video. And I'm not going to give this any more attention than it deserves, but I just want to let everybody know that there are some folks out there, some people, persons, singular, plural, whatever it is, that believe that online reselling, be it eBay, Amazon, Etsy, Craigslist, Facebook groups, whatever it is that you do to resell, is not a legitimate business. I've heard this from friends and from families and from local people. I've heard it from online trolls. I've heard it from everywhere, that what I do is not a real business. And it really gets under my skin. I don't get annoyed with things. I don't get mad about things. But what I get mad about is when you say that what I'm doing is not a real business. And it gets me mad because what I do takes a lot of work. I work 18 hours a day. I'm packing, I'm shipping, I'm bookkeeping, I'm accounting, I'm out buying, I'm out selling, I'm listing, I'm cleaning, I'm prepping. And all of this is done all day long, 7 days a week. I was on a wedding mini vacation trip in Baltimore, not only making a video for you guys, which was totally outside of the scope of my normal income, bringing in money to pay bills. I was going over drafts, answering eBay messages, printing labels on eBay and Amazon, and saving them to my desktop so I could print them out when I got home. So I'm going to show you guys this. These are labels right here. These are labels that I printed and shipped out. Look, while we were on the trip, October 1st, that was the day of the wedding. These are things that, that I do 7 days a week. This is a real job, a real business. And any of the numbers and sales and things that I do, I know a lot of YouTubers don't like to give out their eBay name or their Amazon name or show their sales or screenshots or any of that stuff. I show it all. I will prove any of it. It doesn't matter to me. I will show you whatever you guys want to see. You guys have seen my home, you've seen my car, you've seen my trips, you've seen everything. And I don't say this to brag, but I say this because I'm not going to log into YouTube. I'm not going to make a video every single night, 7 days a week, except when I'm behind. I'm not going to answer your comments, your messages, 200-300 messages and comments a day about the business that I run every day out of my home, out of an office. This is real life for us. I'm not going to do all of this if it wasn't what I did every single day, all day long. And for somebody to question what I do, it really, really ticks a nerve with me. And I'm okay with it. Everybody has their opinion, and if that's what they think, so be it. But I would not log on here unless I could prove to you guys, the real fans, the real people who watch me every day, who comment, who message, who email me, who appreciate it, who leave the amazing comments that you guys leave. There are no better fans on YouTube than you guys. I watch hundreds of other YouTubers. I read the comments, I read the messages, I read the output and the input and everything that other YouTubers receive in my niche and outside of my niche. There is no better set of fans than you guys. The comments I get blow away everybody else that I watch. Trust me. Compare my comments to anybody else's. You guys are the best. And I'm not going to provide material to you guys that is not legitimate, authentic, and straight to the point. Period. That's the reason I make these videos. And if somebody wants to call me out on making these videos for views, so be that as well. I can promise you that the income I made last month, 30 days ago, from this YouTube channel will hardly pay the grocery bill. I promise you. It's very, very low. Feel free to go to socialblade.com. It's 50% of the estimated monthly earnings. Do the math. You will see. Google that. Look it up. You will find out what you need. All you need to find out about my YouTube videos. I do not do these YouTube videos to make money or to pay for the i8 that's sitting in my garage. It is strictly from eBay and Amazon income. The money I just started getting from this YouTube channel just in the last few months, probably the last 6 months, I would say, does not make that car payment. Trust me. And again, it's not to brag to you guys. It's simply to state that what I do, what I show you, and what I'm trying to teach you guys how to do will allow you to have a financial freedom, and if you want to eventually work for yourself and be able to do this full time. If you put the time in, if you put the effort, if you put the hours, and if you can deal with the stress of reselling every day. So, with that being said, everybody breathe, take a breath. Let's move on to the important part, which is helping you guys buy and sell some more and not the haters out there in the YouTube world. So let's jump on over here to the 20 best places to source merchandise to sell on eBay and Amazon. Okay, so we're going to go over 20 places to source merchandise, what you should source at each location, and the pros and cons of every location. So I got my handy dandy little notebook here that I've got right there, a fancy list of, and we'll just run down these top to bottom. I'm not going to go in any special order, so don't mind if this is way out of order, but let's start with the easy ones that everybody knows about. So we'll start with yard sales and garage sales. These are the most simple of things. What is so positive about a yard sale, garage sale? You're going to get cheap prices, you can get deals, and you can negotiate, and you never know what you're going to find. The other plus side to garage sales is you're paying in cash, so you can just keep a little cash ledger. Very easy on accounting, at least I think so. The next thing that's really good about garage and yard sales is if you plan a route, you can get to a ton of them in a short period of time. You can hit a lot of them, and you can potentially have a chance at a lot of good merchandise. So yard sales and garage sales are always where I say to start. The downside is obviously they're only available during the weekends, sometimes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There are people that have them during the week, but not often. And the other downside is the weather affects them a lot. If it's raining, it's snowing, if you live in the north, if it's cold, or if it's too hot, you won't be able to go to them. So those are some negatives. Also, you have to drive around to each one. That can be negative unless you plan out, community yard sales and neighborhood yard sales, and can plan them all close together and save yourself some time and gas. At yard sales and garage sales, there's really nothing in particular to look for. You want to look for everything. You want to look for clothes, you want to look for books, you want to look for anything that you can get a deal on. These are relevant to everybody across the nation. Now, I'm not familiar with the UK or Europe or South America. I don't know if you guys have yard sales. I assume that you do. Maybe you call them something else. I have quite a few of you that are in the UK that are viewers, you are subscribers. Please, I have a lot of you that are asking about European places to source. If you know a lot about yard sales or garage sales or any of the other places I'm going to list today on this list, please put it down in the comment section so your fellow Europeans or South Americans or foreigners overseas viewers can see that, because I'm interested in whether you guys have this type of thing that we have here in America. We're very, very lucky with what we have, so I'm curious to know what you guys have. So that's number one, yard sales and garage sales. Number two is similar. It's estate sales. Now, most of you will know what an estate sale is. If an older person is to die and they have a house full of merchandise, let's say the kids inherit it, they just want to sell everything. Typically, a company will come in, they will price all the items throughout the whole house. You can walk through the house and buy the items. That's an estate sale. For those of you that might be overseas and don't know what that is, that's typically the way that an estate sale works. So it's similar to a yard sale and garage sale, but it's almost always the entire contents of the whole house. So those are two very, very common places to source from, similar in what you'll buy, similar that you can usually negotiate on estate sales and yard sales. Also, the last day of estate sales, you will almost always get a deal for whatever's left. So great to go to those in the last days. Number three is a church sale, and these are again similar to estate sales, similar to yard and garage sales. A lot of churches, and it's very easy to get the list, just go to all your churches, they will have a once or twice a year spring cleaning, fall cleaning church sale where everybody from the church, all the congregation, shows up on a Saturday morning early in the morning. They'll set up tables inside of the church or sometimes out in the parking lot. There'll be hundreds of tables, hundreds of sellers, and it's like having 100 yard sales all in one location. It's phenomenal. I buy so much stuff at church sales, and with it starting to cool off here in Florida, and around the holiday time, we are going to start having a lot of church sales. I've actually got to bust out my list and start making the rounds. I think in the next few weeks I can get to a lot of good ones. So church sales, phenomenal place. Look for everything. You never know what you'll find at a church sale. Make sure to go to all your churches, get their dates. You can find out from them when they're going to have church sales. Make a list and then put it on a calendar, and you'll know every weekend what church sales are coming up. Really great tip for you guys to find good merchandise. The next great place of the 20 to source, number 4, is going to be thrift shops. We all know what a thrift store is. Some places call them rummage stores, but they are little stores that usually have a little bit of everything. They take consignment, they buy stuff, they take donations. They are just like going into a yard or garage sale, but they're a store. They're a retail shop. They have a little more cost, so sometimes things cost more money. Some of them are church thrift stores. Some of them are ministry thrift stores. Some of them are mom and pops. There are some corporate ones. There are a ton of thrift stores. Just Google it and you'll be able to find it. Again, I don't know if these are overseas. I don't know what you guys call them. But here in America, thrift stores are very, very popular, and you can buy a lot of merchandise out of them. Google it up, get a list of all the thrift stores, and make it a route one day to go around to all of them. I do it at least once a week. The next stores are Salvation Armies. These are not available everywhere. They're similar to Savers. Savers is only in one place. Salvation Army is in other places. Salvation Army is a high-end thrift store. Now, I'm not saying it because it's better quality. I'm saying they usually charge higher prices. They get their merchandise donated just like a Goodwill store, but they sell it for, $1.99, $2.99, $3.99. Typically, Salvation Armies will have a half off day. That's when you want to hit them. I did it today. I have a haul video for you guys. I'll show you the quality. I paid $47 today for like $400 or $500 worth of merchandise. I'll show you guys Salvation Army. But the Salvation Army is a really good store to go to. Look them up, find the address of the one closest to you, and ask them when you go in what days are their half off days. You'll find super good merchandise. Speaking of Goodwill, the Goodwill retail store. We all know the blue and white Goodwill retail stores. Typically, they're expensive. They'll have a 20-25% off day, but they are expensive. So the Goodwill retail store is somewhere that you can hunt a little bit. You'll find some stuff, but don't rely on it. What you want to rely on is our number 7 location, which is the Goodwill outlet store. This is the Goodwill location where you will pay by the pound. For anybody that wants to know what the bargain bins are, the Goodwill bins, the bin store, the Goodwill outlet, it's all the same thing. They price their merchandise by the pound, and you have to dig for it. It's phenomenal because you can buy a ton of merchandise for $20, $30, $40 out the door. You will fill a cart, and you will be into things for 50 cents or $1. It's where most of us, almost all of us resellers source a lot of merchandise. Goodwill outlets. If you don't have one, feel bad for you. I know they're not overseas, but here in America, they're only in major cities usually. There are some in smaller cities, but if you don't have one, you are missing out. If you have one that's like an hour away, hour and a half, 2 hours, if you want to go early and come back late, it's worth your drive. I wouldn't drive more than a few hours to it, but it's definitely worth an hour or two drive to the Goodwill outlet store. So let's move on. Moving sales. If you have a military base near you, moving sales are phenomenal. The military guys and girls are always leaving. If you live in a big college town, moving sales are great. College people move out, they move in, they get rid of a lot of stuff. Anywhere you see a moving sale is phenomenal. Most moving sales are going to be furniture. Remember that. You're going to find a lot of furniture in these moving sales. So if that's not something you want to deal with, this may not be the route for you, but moving sales are still worth looking into because they have other merchandise. So that's another place. Let's go on to Craigslist. Let's go to a website. Craigslist is a really good place to buy merchandise. Not only can you browse the ads 24/7 and email and get a hold of people, you can create ads for yourself that you want to buy certain items. If you're a big video game seller, you can browse that video game section, find good listings that you want to email and possibly buy. You can also make an ad that says, I want to buy video games, and people will message and email you. So it's a double-sided, really good source. Craigslist is awesome. That goes the same for Backpage groups. Backpage is much smaller than Craigslist, but it's still a good source. I've bought quite a bit of good merchandise off Backpage. So you'll work Backpage the exact same way that you will work Craigslist. So we move on to Facebook, another website. Facebook now, as of like 2 days ago, has a new marketplace. It's phenomenal. I love it. It's similar to Craigslist, except it shows you right on the Facebook thing, and I'm going to show you guys on my phone here, as soon as it loads up, how the Facebook marketplace works. So of course my phone's taking forever to load, obviously, naturally. Go gadget iPhone. So okay, So this is your Facebook app. And at the bottom of Facebook, I'm going to try to zoom this up so you guys can see it. Do you guys see that little middle tab? It's hard to see. I don't know. Let me see if I can show it to you guys another way. Do you see that middle tab right there? Yeah, it's going to be real hard to see. Anyways, at the bottom of your Facebook app, right down here in the middle, is a new Marketplace tab. You'll just click on it, and there are items that you can browse for sale. And you can make a listing to buy items, same as you can on Craigslist. And this is in your local area. Use the Facebook app. It's awesome. The Facebook Marketplace app is phenomenal. That's another place that you can buy off of. It's brand new. Take advantage of it. It's free. Along with the Facebook app, we still have our standard Facebook groups, which will be number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Number 12 is Facebook groups. That is going into the yard sale, virtual yard sale, the Houston virtual yard sale, the San Francisco virtual yard sale, and finding items for sale in the groups. If you've never used the groups, please send me a message. I'll show you how to do it. Or Google it or YouTube it. It's very easy. At the top of your Facebook page. In fact, I'm going to hold it right there. I'm going to show you guys my other screen. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's jump over here. Okay, there we go. So let's just go to my Facebook page, and I'll show you guys how to get into the groups. Now, I live in Tampa. I'd rather show you guys than tell you guys. So at the top of your search window, you guys can see here. Ignore what's on my timeline. But you'll type in, let's just say Tampa yard sale or your city yard sale. At the top, there's a tab that says groups. Select the groups. And you can see that there are groups. I'm actually joining some right now. There are tons of groups that you can join and be a member of. And people post their items for sale all day long on that page. Okay, so I'm back now. But that's a really great resource. I'm a member of 50 groups. There's no limit to the amount of groups that you can join. And there are tons of merchandise. You can click on those groups and go through them all in 15 or 20 minutes and find a lot of good stuff for sale. You can also post ads in some of the groups. Get permission before you do it, but post ads to buy merchandise. So Facebook groups. There are 2 apps for the Android and iPhone market. One is called OfferUp and one is called Let Go, number 13 and 14. Let Go and OfferUp. They basically work the same, and I'll bring one up on my phone. It's going to be hard for you guys to see again, but they work the same as the Craigslist page or the Facebook market. This is OfferUp. You guys can see people place merchandise for sale, and you can just scroll through the merchandise and find it. And then you can also list your merchandise for sale or list your ad that you want to buy merchandise. So those are 2 apps. They're on the Android and iPhone market, OfferUp and Let Go, that you can sell merchandise on. So both of those are very good. Let's move on to the next one. Oodle. Oodle is another website Facebook originally sponsored. I don't know what their status is right now, but Oodle is similar to Craigslist and OfferUp and Let Go and all the other sites. Oodle, O-O-D-L-E. It's a smaller website, but I found some good items on there. It's a quick thing to just search every day. You may only find a few items a month, but it's a few items you didn't have. You can also make ads on there. So Oodle's another site. A lot of people don't think that this is a good idea, but I did this a long time ago and it worked really well. I've done it recently, as recently as a few months ago. Newspapers. So we have a local paper here in our area. It circulates to a couple 100,000 people. It's called the TBT Times, Tampa Bay Times. And I got an ad for a 30-day ad for just a little square in the classified section. I think I paid like all of $30 or $40 for it. I literally bought like 10 or 15 items off of that listing. And I made my ad to say I buy iPods and iPads and tablets. So I bought some items off that. I way made the money back. I seen a girl make an ad on there that said she buys designer and used clothing. I contacted her and just asked her how she did, and she said she paid the same, like $40 for the month. And she said people were offering her bags and bags of clothes, like one girl's teenage daughter, all of her Abercrombie and her H&M and her Hollister, huge garbage bags of clothes. She ended up paying $20 or $30. She made like $200 or $300 profit off of those bags. So the newspapers, as bad as they are, a lot of people read them if you have a popular one. We are lucky we have the TBT Times here in Tampa. So don't be discouraged from newspapers. It may or may not be worth it. So, storage units. Storage units have auctions. Now, ever since the storage unit game has gone on TV, it's become very competitive. It's very difficult to make money at storage units. However, it can be done. Research, learn, and only buy and bid based on the items you can see. Do not price a storage unit based on items that you think are in there or could be in there. Only price it based on the items that you can see. Otherwise, you will overpay and you will lose money on a storage unit. 1,001 things about storage unit auctions. I used to do it a long time ago. When it went on TV, it became ultra competitive, and I stopped. It was very difficult to make money, but it's died down recently, and I think you can make some money on it. I'm kind of tempted to go back to a few and see how it works out. So let's go over the last 3. That's number 17. Number 18 is auctions, live auctions. So there was an auction house here I went to every Thursday religiously. They closed down, big bummer, but a live auction house has items they put up on the stage, and the bidding guy, the auctioneer, will say $1, $1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. I hear 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5 sold for $5. You can buy some really great stuff. I used to wait till the end of the auction. The items that did not sell, they would lot together and sell them off in lots and pallets, and a lot of the buyers didn't wait to the end and they left, so I had a little competition. I used to buy a lot of merchandise that way at auctions. I still know a lot of people, a lot of you guys that comment that buy at auctions. So auctions are still very, very popular. We lost our big auction house. Really big bummer. I love that place. It was called Butterfield's Auctions. It was in Zephyr Hills, Florida. It was about a 25-minute drive for me. Every Thursday night, it's gone. The guy retired. He sold off everything. Drives me nuts. But the auction houses were super good. Swap meets. Now, this is something that we don't have. We have one swap meet in Tampa. It's kind of in a bad neighborhood. I don't go there. I've gone a few times, but I haven't been in a while. It's just not great. But I know out in California, you guys have a ton of swap meets. I know up in New York, there's swap meets. I know all over the country swap meets. So if you have them, go to them. Just a bunch of junk dealers. Sometimes you can get good deals. I don't have a lot of experience because, again, we only have one here in the Tampa area, and it's not very good. It's not very big, and I don't really go to it. But I know swap meets, from hearing from you guys, are phenomenal. The last place to source merchandise, and this is the one that is for Amazon really only. Can buy merchandise for eBay on it. I don't recommend it unless it's like a really good deal. Be careful. And again, if you're going to go this route, if you're going to go the Alibaba route, which is the last number 20 place to source merchandise, you need to research. You need to know what you're doing. You need to have the capital. You're going to be buying items in bulk that may take some time to sell. Alibaba is to buy private label for Amazon or brand new merchandise that you want to put up on eBay, Amazon, or even locally sell. We've been over Alibaba. We've been over the private label stuff. You can look at my other videos for that if you need more information. But Alibaba is one of the top 20 places to source merchandise for your eBay or Amazon store. So that's 20 places, 20 phenomenal locations to source merchandise. I hope wherever you are, however you buy merchandise, wherever you go, that one of these 20 sources or 20 locations will help you be able to buy. Maybe you didn't think about them. Maybe you don't have them on your list. Maybe you think they're not worth stopping in. They are. Make the list. Make your circle and your map of all the places you're going to go, and go. It's all about getting up and doing it, guys. It's all about putting in the hard work, spending the hours to go out and buy stuff, and that's how you make profits. When you're out buying, you're making money. If you're not out buying, you're not going to these places, you're not making money. You can't flip something and make a profit if you don't have anything to flip. So that's the lesson to learn here, guys. I hope that helped you guys. I hope that answered. I got so many comments of people asking me where they could go to source besides yard sales and garage sales. So that's why I made this video. I have a haul for you guys. It's a huge video, huge bag of clothes. Probably like 50-60 items we bought for like $47. A great haul from the Salvation Army today on Wednesday, half off day. Kate went along with me, so I'll show you what she got. Maybe she'll be in the video tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's Rake and Profit video. So make sure to go live on his channel. We won't do the haul video tomorrow unless I want to do a double upload. I'll see about it. But tomorrow, Rake and Profit channel. I'll link it in the description below. It will be live tomorrow night on Raken's channel. Make sure you go and get notifications for that. So you subscribe to his channel and get notifications for when it goes live. But we will do the haul video. I'll show you guys what we picked up from half off Salvation Army Day. Maybe I'll do a double upload tomorrow. We'll see. If not, it'll be up for the weekend. And that's what I have for you guys tonight. Thanks for letting me rant at the beginning of this video. I hate to put that stuff in the videos, but I had to address that. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the comments as usual. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Keeps you up to date with everything I'm putting out, everything I'm going to do, and all the newest, latest videos. Feel free to message, email, or comment if you have any questions, concerns, issues, problems, suggestions, video ideas, everything. For those of you that are on my Patreon account, thank you again for everything you guys have done. And if you have video suggestions, please shoot those to me via Patreon or any of my other sources, and I will get on those right away. And you can also follow me on my social media links that are down in the description box, and I will watch those for any messages and comments that come through as well. There are a lot of you guys that are resellers that are on all those. I follow you, I subscribe. If you want me to follow or subscribe to you, just drop me a comment or a line or a message with your link, and I will check it out as usual. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a wonderful evening, and I will get this video up as soon as possible, and I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday. Bye, guys.